Right, so in this video we're going to be looking at 3D coordinates. And so here you can see I've got a coordinate axes, but this time it's got 3 planes to it, our x, y, and z. Now the reason why we look at this within our vectors topic is vectors are actually mostly used for sort of real world, how things move about. And if you think about it, in the real world, we don't only go across and up, we can also go sort of in the background and we can move in all sorts of directions. So that's why we want to use our 3D coordinates and specifically our 3D vectors, which we'll look at in the next video. So how our coordinates work for these is the order we read them is x, y, and z. So our x is going across, our y, we go into the background, and our z, in this case, from that 5, we just generally worry about it going up, but obviously it can also go down as well. So let's take a look quickly at how a set of coordinates might look. So say, for instance, I wanted to plot the point 2, 3, 5. So first I would want to go across by 2. So let's say this distance here was 2. Then I would want to go into the background by 3. So this distance here is 3. And then from there, I would go up by 5. So this distance here could be 5. And that would be my point 2, 3, 5. So that's kind of how you want to sort of motion your reading of these points on 3D coordinates. Look across, then into the background, and then up. So what I've got 2 examples of some 3D shapes on a set of coordinates, and we're going to identify some of the missing coordinates on it. So let's take a look. So this first one, I've got the diagram shows a cuboid relative to the coordinate axes, and we've got these sets of coordinates here, 5, 4, 2. And we want to find the coordinates of R, S, T, and V. Now, before I begin, I'm actually going to make use of this set of coordinates here in order to label the lengths of my cuboid. So for instance, first I had to go across by 5. So I know that I had to go across here by 5. Then I went into the background by 4. So I went into the background by 4. And then I went up by 2. So up by 2. So there I've got labelled my lengths of the cuboid. So to start off with, I want to find out the coordinates of R. So the first thing I think is, right, do I go across at all? No, I don't go across. So that means my x coordinate is 0. Do I go into the background? Yes, I do. I go into the background. And remember, that background distance is going to be the same as over here, which is a distance of 4. So that's going to be 4. And then I asked, do I go up? No, I don't go up, so that would just still be a 0. So my answer is going to be 0, 4, 0 for those coordinates. So then S, starting at my origin, do I go across? No, I don't. Do I go into the background? No, I don't. Do I go up? Yes, I do. And that height is going to be the same as this height over here. So that's a height of 2. So my coordinates are going to be 0, 0, 2. Then looking at T, first, starting the 0 point, I have to go across here by 5. So that's going to be 5 there. Then I have to go in, do I go in the background? No, I don't. So that's going to be 0. And then I go up by 2, and that height is going to be the same as that 2 there. So my set of coordinates there are going to be 5, 0, 2. And then last one, V. So for my V, I go, right, do I go across? No, I don't. So that's going to be 0. Do I go into the background? Yes, I do. And that background distance is 4. And then do I have to go up? Yes, I do. I had to go up by that 2 there. So my set of coordinates there are going to be 0, 4, 2. So let's take a look at another example. So this example here, I've got DOABC is a square-based pyramid, and M is the midpoint of OA. and I want to find the coordinates of M and of B. So one way that I'm going to tackle this one is I'm going to first think about what the coordinates will be at the base of the pyramid here. So at the very base of the pyramid, that's dropped down. So that is just going to be 2, 2, 0. So at the base of my pyramid, that's going to be 2, 2, 0. And then I know M is the midpoint of O to A. So reading across, so I'm now coming back onto the x-axis. And so I would have still gone across there by that 2. But I'm not in the background anymore, and I'm not gone up anymore. So M is just going to be 2, 0, 0. So to find the coordinates for B, I need to think, right, I need to figure out what this length here is going to be. And because it's a square base pyramid, all the lengths are going to be the same. But I know that this point M is the midpoint of O to A. So I know to M, that's a distance there of 2. And because it's the midpoint, that means this distance here is also going to be 2. So my total distance going across is going to be 4. So I've gone across by 4, and because it's a square base pyramid, I've gone across by 4, and then I go into the background by 4. And I've not gone up, so then it's going to be a 0 on the end. So that's our 3D coordinates there. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck with the work.